Slender, back with another cheek-busting, caustic, tip-giving video. I present to you, broken down into 3 parts, the Apex Bible. Those 3 parts being general tech, caustic tech, and caustic matchup tech. Now, this video isn't just for the gas daddies out there in the world. This is for any time you find you and your team pressing X on the ground for 15 minutes just to be sent back to the lobby holding an L. But the guru is here for you. Any situation that you want to know what you could have done differently, please watch this video. Let's get into it. Tagging out. Look at this clip right here. It is me and my boy, Dax. All right? Bryce, what you doing? Anyways, me and my boy Dax right now, we are on the high ground. We're fighting a whole team. We are doing what's called tagging out. I'm taking damage. I'm falling back to heal up. He's subbing in for me. Look, I took damage. I'm healing up. He's covering, making sure they don't push. Now he took damage. Now I'm covering, making sure they don't push. All right? We're keeping them at bay, just finding that opening pick like we just did. And in that, we're shooting the same person if we can. But what's important is that we're staying alive, constantly putting rounds on target. Bluffing. Bluffing is taking a fight when your health is less than optimal. Peep this right now. I want to pop this bat, but I can't. My team is getting pushed. I got to do what I can do as quickly as possible, which is start keeping that peace. Start clapping their buns because they thought I was healing up, or they just didn't see me. Either way, I supported my team ASAP, and in that, it didn't have to become a situation in which my team dies and they ask me what I'm doing. And I'm like, oh, I was popping a bat. Couldn't you have told them to wait? No. Do what you can do as soon as you can do it. Bluffing in a... Shit. Ooh, had to sneeze. Bluffing in a 1v1. Okay. Bluffing is something people do that maybe you don't even realize it. But if you just think about it more, you can implement it in more situations. Now, this Wraith is pushing me. I'm low. I gotta send. Watch me as I bluff. I fake like I'm healing up in the door, but I bluff and send that bitch. Know what I'm saying? But look, she was bluffing me. She was pushing me while she was one. All right? It's give and take. Call people out on their bluffs and bluff yourself. Sense of urgency. This means that there are more than you and the team you're fighting in the game. It is your job to always remember that for the entire duration of the match. This may sometimes mean that you do not have to take a fight, not because you think you will lose, but you are aware of the impending third-party threat. Unlike this team, who is taking their time on the edge of a circle. Always assume you're going to get pushed, especially on the edges of circles, because those are prime team rotation spots. Team pushing, the fundamental skill of any good team. This is your baseline, okay? If you guys aren't doing this, you guys aren't winning games. Team pushing needs to be universal. Whether or not you agree with what your teammates are about to do, all you know is that it's going to happen with or without you. All right, so I told my team, land on this building and walk in like you own that bitch, right? So we land at the same time. I take my time shooting the trap and I get punished. But wait, my teammates are there to support me. I fell back on them and they came through because we were right by each other. This brings me to my next talking point, wrecking ball. Okay, wrecking ball is just the term that I use to describe being so close that you could practically hold hands, that you guys can shoot the first person that has the ill-gotten fortune of running into you. All right, very important early game and late game, especially when you land on another team early game and you guys are going through a city or something. Team shooting, another fundamental element to a good team, okay? Notice how we claim this thick, juicy Gibraltar butt cheek meat mid-air. That's not a solo job. That's because we're all popping shots in his direction, okay? Now, doing this from a distance is a little easier, a little stress-free, but doing it up close in a team fight leads to those quick downs that give you that quick victory, so you don't got to worry about resin or healing up in case you get third-partied. Now, just hear me out, okay? I get it. You are good at the game. You're amazing. You just want to clap cheeks. You just got off of a epic Slender Man Jr. caustic cheek busting tip giving video and you want to go and slay some buns. I get it. It's all good. You're good at the game, I'm sure. But when it comes to ranked, this is about mitigating risk. Any competitive first-person shooter goes by the same rule. You're matched with people comparable to yourself. You understand that? It's not an ego thing. Drop it if you can. Be near a teammate to help support you. This is because you do not want to win by a hair. You want to overwhelmingly beat that team so you can be ready for the next team if they do so push you. Third-party protection is the Caustic's job. I cannot stress enough how many plays are made in Apex with foresight in mind. We know that there's shots on the other side of this tunnel, but we also know that there's a lot of squads left and anybody can hear it. Tell me not. As a team, you hear shots in a tunnel, you get a little tingly inside. You are thinking that is prime poop pushing in time. All right, I know this, so I'm setting up traps just to secure our backside so we're not caught off guard. I'm also going to secure this side as soon as I can, just as an extra layer of security. Filling in the blanks. This is connecting your gas clouds to one another. You can do this in any type of engagement for the most part, if you got the time. Whether it's a final circle push or you're pushing a house, you want to connect the dots on that bit. You know what I'm saying? Fill in the blanks. This is just an example on how big of a gas cloud you could make. Don't underestimate a single gas trap. It's something like 10 or 15 meters for a single gas trap, and if you space it properly, you can get this massive cloud that people aren't going to want to shoot through, especially if there's other teams around you. Playing your gas as Caustic, you should feel nice and warm inside. It should feel like a little home that you've just set up right before your enemy. As Caustic, you should focus on everybody inside of your gas, and your team should focus on everybody outside of it. This continued pressure leaves them no escape or no time to focus on one person. Now, if there's nobody inside of your nice home that is your gas, you can go and play the edge of it, peek out, do some damage, run back inside if you have to. Now, I said that this is your home. This is a mobile home. This bitch is a tent, and you can set up wherever you like. This is a final circle. I am about to fill in the blanks and play my gas. My whole team is playing my gas. We're using the gas as concealment as we move into the circle. Notice how nobody wants to just mindlessly shoot in this coverage that I've just laid down. So they're all focusing on each other. This provides us a nice little layer of security, and before they know it, they're fighting each other and forgot about us, and we swoop on in and claim those cheeks. Contrary to the gas man's defensive categorization, he is the absolute king of taking houses. Peep, I'm getting close to my teammates. Team push mentality, people. Use that shit. Now, I'm gonna land, I'm gonna take one door. The boys are gonna take the other door. I'm gonna open up with some filling in the blanks action, and I'm gonna play my gas, which will effectively funnel the enemy team straight to my teammates. Peep, their lack of the gas daddy leads them to succumb to my caustic cheat claiming activities. If they did have a caustic, you push the same way, but it comes down to the caustic 1v1. Anytime you're on a zip line, you can instantly support your teammates with your ultimate. Now, notice my boy Dax, he's getting schmucked. I gotta support him with my ult. Now, even if I don't land it right on their team, I want to aim it at least in between them and my boy, because this will provide him concealment so that he can get away. This is especially important anytime you take a balloon. Because of the wind-up time of your ultimate, you want to pull that out preemptively just in case somebody starts shooting at you or your teammates, and you can instantly throw it on them, and it's better than a grenade because the gas instantly distorts their vision. Trappin' for life. 2 Chainz approves of this title. Trappin' for life encompasses any time that you need to heal up in order to facilitate rezzing or popping a heal, okay? Our boy goes down. Bryce, what you doing? Anyways, our only objective right here is to get him back up. So we're turtling up. I'm throwing my traps out in the best spots that I see fit and trying to trigger them as soon as possible so they can't deactivate them. Take this time to now find these fine young gentlemen in game and reference them to the Apex Bible. Peep how they violated the sacred commandment of team pushing. This man forfeited his 3v2 advantage and put himself in a 2v1 situation by solo pushing up the stairs. It is okay, my son. I forgive you for trying to disrespect the guru. In all levels of play, from bronze to apex predator, you will find yourself needing to become one with the rat, having to abandon your teammates in order to further your RP gains. It's something we all go through, and I'm here to tell you, as Caustic, it's okay. The guru has got you. As Caustic, not only are you disguised inside of your own traps, but you are invincible if somebody tries to shoot you. This should buy you enough time for them to get third-partied or for you to big dip and find somewhere else to go. Trap house. Turn in a nice suburban outpost into a trap house takes some effort. It takes some thought. Look at this trap. Look how beautiful it is. They won't see it, but boom, they come in and it fills up the entire area. It's beautiful. Your outgoing hitbox of your traps is about the size of the reticle. All right, if you hold down LB or whatever your trap button is, you get that little line and you can take your time and set up some nice juicy angles. You also have to take into account how it's going to land with the trajectory and, you know, the angle of everything. That's why sometimes it'll work in a specific spot and it won't in another. But look at all these traps, all right? Incoming team will not be able to immediately identify these traps. They'll have no idea. And I can capitalize while they're in the gas. Golden rule. Do not, I repeat, do not trap right on the door. Don't do that. Unless you're in need of immediate defense, it's just a waste of time. They're just going to wait it out or go to another door. You want them to open that and be, ooh, damn, caught off guard, and bam, you schmop them with some nice, tasty bullets. If you are a gold card holding member of the Gas Daddy Club, then you know a final circle situation is as good as it gets. Give your grenades to your teammates as you will be busy filling in the blanks of the battlefield. Move in to the final circle as late as you possibly can, because your only objective here is to not die. Your gas will give you at least assists on all remaining players in the game. This is where you will get the rest of your kills if you need them. If there are only 2 squads remaining, wait out this situation because you will win. If there is a fellow gas man on the field, you and your teammates need to prioritize them as they are the only threat. Just to recap, fill in the blanks and live. Move into the circle as late as possible.
Versus
Wraith is pretty easy. Teams love to take and use portals, as if they're the only ones that can do it. But as a Gas Daddy enthusiast, it's pretty simple, especially if you know that they're low or going for a res. Take the portal, quickly throw your ult down, and then take it back because they're going to try to shoot you. And then just take it back again and play the portal game. You can also do this with a gas trap. It's just a little more risky. When it comes to crypto, you can keep him safe with a gas trap. Single gas trap will do the job most of the time if he's in a nice little nook. You can also double up. When it comes to EMP cannot destroy triggered gas traps. So if you know an EMP is imminent, you can trigger your traps right before you heal up.
versus
I will make this one really short. Watson is trash without a caustic because as soon as you run into a gas man, you have no chance. Her ultimate will destroy your ultimate, yes, but does nothing against your tactical ability, of which you have 3 of which destroys all of her abilities.
Versus
the gas man. Yes, this is the mirror match conversation when it comes down to proving who is the alpha gas daddy and who has the higher standing membership card of the Gas Daddy Club. This is a matter of preparation. You can see enemies in your gas, yes, but you cannot see other caustics. So take the digital threat sight every time that you can. You may try to be a nice guy and support your teammates in them trying to see through your clouds, but it is none of their damn business. Your gas is your gas. You will handle everything that takes place inside of it, and they will deal with everything that takes place in the outside world. The team fight will be won or lost depending on the outcome of the caustic alpha battle. You have to see them before they can see you. In this, you will win your 1vs and you will look like a god amongst your team. And that, my friends, my guru guidees, is the video. I wanted to take this time to personally thank anybody that watched the entirety of my video. To those of you that only watched part of it, I also appreciate you, but it is proportional to the amount of the video that you watched. With that being said, this has been your guru, Slender, and I'm out.